Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with Diva D. How you doing? Well, again, I've been gone for a minute, now back with the jump off. We're going to do 2 episode analysis of Belle Collector. Now, child, I ain't really interested in Belle Collector these last 2 episodes because they've been heavily Tambra centered, okay? So we just gonna give a breakdown on what Tambra is up to and what a few of the girls are up to. So we get back to this stupid anything that involves Selena is stupid to me. Okay, so fuck that baby stuff. So we're gonna move right along. I don't get 2 shakes of a rattlesnake's ass. Not interested. But we have Letitia, and Letitia fires or puts first on leave of absence. Child, I went down there and did me a little research. And I heard a lot of things and a lot of good things about first. First shouldn't be the first person you fire. The first person you should fire is your husband. Get him out of your business before you end up like Mary J. Blige. And you are definitely not on that level. But if you want to get to that level, get him out your business, because Mary J. Blige is Mary J. Blige. But fooling with Ken Don't has moved her into a area of mediocrity because she's still performing and she wants to retire. Keep on. Wendy Williams. Sherry Shepherd. No, Sherry Shepherd didn't have that man. Thank goodness. Uh, you know, being her manager. But I'm talking about the ones that let the husband manage them. Do not let Glenn manage you. Do you hear me? If you hear me within the sound of the voice, and any other Mississippian that may hear me, do not let Glenn manage you. Dumb shit. Okay? Move right along. So, what I want to get to is the nitty of the gritty. Okay? So, we're going to get to that awkward interaction between Tambra and Letitia. Why did they invite Shantae to this event? Oh, why did they catch Tambra off guard with Shantae? Oh, they got to talking about the rumors. Boy, that doggone Shantae thought she had hit the coup de grace when she pulled out that phone. And she showed Tambra a picture of the juice dude. And Tambra hit her with the 1-2, 1-2. Yes, as a matter of fact, Shantae, I've heard rumors about you and Letitia. I heard that Letitia gets herself involved in threesomes, and Glenn is actually not cheating. Glenn is actually given permission as long as Letitia's involved. Baby! Hey! Like I said, Tambra hit her with the two quarter. Now, like, her one-liners can come in handy if they show her more, if we knew more about her, if it was more in depth. Because, baby, when she's had them, for me, when she comes back into herself and she goes, but she comes a normal black girl, and and she, like, when she hit Antoinette, well, can we pay you to stop talking? Cut the check. That one. And when um Marie ran into her at that restaurant, and then she hit her with the take care baby and walked off. Those things, that's what I love to see. It's just a matter of, we just need to get more into what's going on with Tambra. And that's going to take us into the next episode. We find out that Tambra, like I said, these shows are Tambra sensitive. And we find out that Tambra is, her dad is recovering. And we find out that he has dementia. Oh, My heart goes out to her because my dad had Alzheimer's. But my dad was in his 50s. Okay? So he had early onset Alzheimer's. So I know her dad has to be in his 70s, 80s. So that's usually around the time dementia sets in. And yeah, but my heart still goes out to her because I definitely have been there. But we're gonna move right along because Selena was just trying to reassure her that she knows how it is that you can recover from a stroke. But Latrice, of all people, goes to see her, and I'm gonna always be the person that reminds you that when Latrice and Letitia were getting along, they were all against Tambra. Stop putting that off on Marie and uh Letitia. Yeah, the whole cast. Like I said, she told Antoinette to cut the check. Back then, when Antoinette was Latrice's running buddy, she was against Tambra too. None of the collective was good enough for her except for Antoinette. I just want to remind y'all of that. Okay? Because everybody was calling Tambra a liar. I couldn't see it, but everybody was calling her a liar. Move right along. So, what episode was that Letitia did that pop-up thing? Oh, that was the previous episode. Well, let me talk about Letitia and her pop-up thing. Okay. So she did I don't think it was called a pop-up shop. I can't even think what the name of it is. But anyway, she did a video conference and the ladies was invited. And yeah, there go Tambra and her one-liners again. She shaded the shit out of her. She said, well, you acting like you're not interested. And it wasn't an expose. Oh, it's not coming to me. But I think it starts with an E. By the way, that is the building that I met Tambra in. That is the building that Tambra and I had classes in. So, and that is the same room, that video conference room. That is the same room. Well, Tambra, we do the same thing with our teachers. Back then it was, instead of the phone, it was a two-way page. And she was getting those two-way pages and she'll pop up and say, girl, I got something. Girl, I got to go tell Mr. Mofidi I'll be back in a minute. But I got to go get this story. So when I tell y'all she's always been like that, anyway, I have to find something that I'm interested in. Girl, you wrong for that. I know you ain't feeling Letitia right now, but in that moment, she was asking for feedback and advice. And I think that you were wrong for being on the phone during that time. Because you are a Belle right now. And being that you are a Belle, I mean, you could have shown some type of interest in what she has going on. You weren't invited. And I thought that was very rude to be on the phone. Just like I thought it was rude when you tell Mr. Mofidi that you would be back to class. But you knew you were going to go get a story. Girl, I'm telling you, that girl used to jet out that room so quick. Mr. Mofidi be talking in the way he talks. And she be gone. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm just giving you a little backstory about how I know how she operates in that area. And I mean, can we just support Letitia in this? I think because Letitia has things in her corner. She could be the next Oprah. Oprah's from Mississippi. Oprah was a thick chick. And she still made it. So, Money Love comes on camera and she gives her critique or whatever. And she tells her she has a lot of things in her corner. And she does. I think that that's the best route for Letitia to take. But I think she should start off on YouTube. Not like me start off on YouTube. She already has a following. I started off on YouTube 3 years ago. So I thought my friends would be supportive. My friends from my hometown, my Jackson State classmates, my hometown classmates. That could have been thousands of views and thousands of friends, right? I have 2,000 some followers on Facebook. and probably no more than about 10 of them watch my videos. So I know how I feel and how important it is to have support. So I've been on this channel for 3 years. And at no point in time would I ever thought that it would take me 3 years to just get 1,000 subscribers. Now, YouTube has, thrown me through a loop and BS me all those 3 years. They'll come and tell me I'm monetized and this, that, and the third, and then they'll take it back. So basically, at this point, I'm just doing videos for fun, and I do enjoy it. I do love YouTube. So I'm just saying, with Letitia already having a following, and there aren't many people that like Letitia because of what she's done to Tambra in the past. But I still believe that she will have enough of a following to even start with like 2,000-3,000 followers. And when you start with 2,000-3,000 subscribers, YouTube starts paying you immediately. So, and plus she'll get the views because, I think she would be good at being a talk show host. Now, I'm done with that. I'm not going back to that last episode prior to this. I'm ready to get to Demond and Tambra. So Demond and Tambra ran down the road, and Tambra tells Demond that she was told that she was having an affair with old boy. But did you notice, because I noticed, that her and Demond still did not confirm that they were in a relationship. Now we get back to Selena. She's still with the shits about this whole, why didn't nobody tell me? I know everybody in the collective, everything about that BS with that doggone baby stuff. And Mike slow ass, just, it's like watching sap come out of a tree. And if you from the SIP, you know what it looks like to see pine sap come out of a tree. That's neither here nor there. Move right along. So we finally get introduced to London Simone. Even though I've been knowing London Simone, not knowing her, but I've seen pictures of her ever since she was a baby because I'm friends with friends of Tambra, and they had pictures of her. So I don't exactly know what Tambra was protecting as far as the social media presence and like showing her family on TV. I would like to see London Simone, Tambra, and Demond. I would like to see them go on a trip or something. On the show where you just see that family and them be together as a family, because that's what the collective is all about as well. Showing them as a family. I'm burnt out on seeing Selena's family because they were with So Gucci and JJ. Now, I enjoyed So Gucci and JJ. But once those girls started riding for Selena, even when she was wrong, bye. No, ma'am. So, anyway, she was wrong in my opinion. Like I said, I'm not a Selena fan. That whole little being on Bring It did nothing for me. And again, Glenn wants to manage Tambra. Glenn wants to why am I still talking about Tambra? Glenn wants to manage Letitia. And it's just a fool. He done sat up here and buttered her up. Got her on her little white robe and just sitting there buttering her up to think that he could be a manager. What type of skills has Glenn shown on this show where he could be anybody's manager? I'll wait. 0%. I know. But anyway, back to Tambra. So we're at that building where Tambra and the first place where black kids were able to go to school. Tambra and I had classes at that building together as well. So I know all about that building. And it's more of now like a museum than anything. It's, it tells the stories about, black people in the civil rights movement and the history of Mississippi and things like that. And so I think she did a good job showing that building and playing it up, but I think should have been more details about the history of the building. She told a very, very sad story about how she was allegedly abused in her babysitter's care. Her leg was broken, so that's why she's so protective of London Simone. I don't think she has to be protective of these women. What they gonna do to the baby? Marie was so happy that Tambra had come out of her shell and whatnot. She decided that she wanted to tell she had been in a threesome. And the women had went downtown. That was the way to her love. Licked it round and round. They couldn't stop till they found her love downtown. Now, do I believe that Marie has never gone down on a woman? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't know. I've never been in that lady's bedroom, but you know. Marie does give trisexual tease, in my opinion. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't judge. I do not judge. But talk to me, guys. I'm gonna close here. Let me know. Do you all feel that we got to know Tambra better? Cause let me run the list down for you. We still, in my opinion, not that I saw, we still don't know if her and Greedy are together. That was not confirmed. London Simone was not interested and she left really early. So we really still don't know that baby. I mean, what do we know about her? What do we know about the three of them as a family? How does Greedy interact with the baby? We saw how already with what is her name? Carrie. We already saw Miss Carrie. Yeah, Miss Carrie, babe. We already saw how she interacts at home with her children. How she interacts at home with Matthew. Tambra is an old school Belle. We still haven't seen this. We haven't seen her go out with the other girls and interact with them as couples. Like how Glenn and Glenn and Miss Carrie, baby, and Matt and Letitia went bowling. Oh, Glenn, that inflated ego. Glenn, you know damn well you can't bowl. But that's neither here nor there. So, drop down in the comments, tell me, do you feel like you got to know Tambra a little bit better through this episode? I don't see it, but come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you think about that. And as I do when I close, I'm going to chunk them up. Deuces. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, because sharing is indeed caring.